Hey everybody, welcome! Welcome. It's Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages, and I am coming at you live tonight from my classroom. And I thought that a lot of you have been asking for another tour of my classroom. I've done 2 tours so far, but I thought I would give an updated tour. And I did redo one of my storage closets, so I thought I would share that with you as well. And if you're just joining me, I'm from Pre-K Pages. I'm Vanessa Levin, and one other thing I have for you tonight, stay tuned, is I have the center labels that you will see all around my classroom on the tubs. Of toys. You will see them as I take you on the tour. I have those for you for free. If you're already a member of the Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes Facebook group, then you may have seen them already. I just posted them like 2 minutes ago, but they are a member freebie in our free Facebook group. So Tom will drop a link to that for you below so you can grab them. They are editable. I put them in PDF format. So for those of you who would prefer to open it that way, it's not editable that way, but it's there for you. And for those of you who would like to change the words, then there is also an editable version over in the Facebook group. For those of you who are members of the Teaching Tribe, I updated it just a little bit. So I added a few things to the center labels. So some of you may already have those labels, but you can check and see what has been added to them. So I'm gonna flip the screen around and I'm gonna take you on a little tour. And feel free to ask questions as I go, and Tom will be posting links to each center as I give you a tour. Okay, are you ready? Awesome. Yes, TK. This is perfect for TK, Sarah. Perfect. You're in the right place. Awesome. If you have any friends who also might like to see my classroom, then, oh, I'm so glad you like the banner. Go ahead and tag them or share this broadcast with them. And if you know anyone who might like those labels, then you're going to want to let them know about that too. All right, let me see. Let me turn this around. Okay, so let's start off over here. I'll kind of go clockwise around the room. So this is like my little calm down, safe spot, whatever you want to call it. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Anna. And the little wooden things on the wall here, these things are spice racks from IKEA. And I think they were about $2. Can't remember exactly, but they're so popular with teachers that they often keep them near the checkout lanes in these big giant boxes. And so Tom just screwed those into the wall for me. And then I have a few calm down type books. So I have some books in these spice racks here. Just a few, and these books are about feelings and emotions to kind of help kids who want to look at those books. They're never forced to, but who want to, they can. Okay, Jen is watching from Walt Disney World. I swear you guys are the most dedicated people on the planet. I love preschool teachers. Rose, Tom will drop a link to the Facebook group for you below, but the name is Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes. Okay, so back to the books. They're available in case anyone would like to read them. I can always make a suggestion, but I would never force a child to read one of those. I also might read some of these during read aloud, and then when the kids go there, it'll have more meaning to them, right? On the bottom shelf there, those are my little sensory bottles or whatever that I found at Daiso, which is a Japanese dollar store. Those were $3 each, and they're virtually indestructible. I've had one of these that didn't come from Daiso. I've had it for, I want to say 15 years, and it's still going strong. They can roll around on the floor and get thrown, and they're very sturdy. So those came from Daiso. They're $3. Of course, you can make your own as well. What else do I have? I found these emoji pillows. I have the happy face and the angry face. and kids can hug them so they can hug out their feelings, right? And then, of course, at Kohl's, not recently, but a year or maybe more ago, I found Knuffle Bunny. And so kids can hug these. And then I have a little basket. I don't know if you can see the little basket there. And it also has some smaller emoji pillows. It has the Hoberman sphere, which is great for breathing, teaching kids to breathe in and out. The Dollar Tree has these, okay? These are little emoji balls. So they're stress balls, see? And I have some more Discovery bottles. And I got these pinwheels at Five Below this week. They have them at the checkout lane. And they were $1. They are not pins. They look like pins, but they are not pins. They are simply pinwheels. Okay. All right, so that's my little corner there. And of course I have a little center sign. You can find those at Pre-K Pages as well. And there's some calm down choices. Of course, it's just a poster on the wall. Kids won't know what it means unless you've actually introduced these things to them. So we also have a kit for that as well. So this is just, if I back up a little bit, you can see this isn't like a huge area. It is about 3 feet wide, maybe not even 3 feet, 2.5 feet wide. And it seriously just takes up a few inches of space. I'll show you the side right here. So that's about what, 4 inches? About 4 inches right there. So that's all that it takes up. And then that little basket, the little blue basket actually slides into this little corner over here. So yeah. And then this is the storage closet that I recently redid. There's nothing on the walls because it is summertime and I am off. But these are clothespins, colored clothespins. I got those from Target. This whole little thing here, this little strip, I got these from Target last year or the year before. And these are clothespins and they're basically just hot glued to this strip of plywood or whatever. And then I should say Tom, attached them to the cabinet fronts for me. And so we can just hang children's work up there, art, whatever it is, by just pushing the clothespin. And so I often have whatever they make in the art center, just pop it up here with little clothespins. This is, I think the benefits of vertical writing and vertical surfaces is so important. But I have my classroom, for anyone who's wondering, is 13 feet by 13 feet, which is not a lot of space. But I really wanted my kids to have the experience of an easel in writing and drawing on a vertical surface. The spice racks came from IKEA. I don't know if you have those down under or not. But these little ledges here also, speaking of IKEA, also came from IKEA. So these are picture ledges. I believe they were $5 each. And Tom attached these to the doors for me. Now when the children are present, the doors are locked with child safety locks. So yeah, their doors are never opened when the children are here. So it's safe. And these metal things are just large baking pans I found on Amazon. I figured out what size would hold a piece of construction paper or easel paper. And then I just hot glued these onto the tray, and now we can pop paper up on there really, really easily. So, and they're washable. So and these are paint sticks. These are quick sticks. And basically it's like tempera paint in stick form, in lipstick format. So they love to paint with those on the easel. So I have those out, and then they just sit in the little tray there. The trays are magnetic, but I didn't buy them because they were magnetic. I just knew that they would sit nicely on this little lip right there. So I didn't buy them because they were magnetic. I just knew they were the right size and they were pretty inexpensive. I got them off Amazon. I don't remember how much they were. Okay, so that's my little teeny tiny safe calm down area in my easels, right? Because I only have 13 feet by 13 feet. And then this is my little teacher area, if you will. It's not a desk, it's more like a countertop. And right now I'm working on some sensory bottles, so they are sitting up there. But I have 3 little bins of things that I need to use. And I also have like this is my little supply thingy. It's a nuts and bolts organizer. And I just labeled the ends of each tub with a label maker. And now all of my things are easily accessible there. And this white thing on the wall, it looks like a bulletin board. It's not. It's really a magnetic tray, also from IKEA. But once I got it up on the wall, it was too reflective, especially when I was doing Facebook Live. So I covered it with white contact paper. It's kind of like if you give a mouse a cookie. And I added some cute bulletin board border, and then the little iron or whatever that is, metal bar up there also came from IKEA. And the little magnetic pen holders are from the Container Store. Yeah, so that's what's on my counter. And this is just display up here. I don't expect the kids to interact with any of this. This is all at my eye level and above. So anything that's up that high is just decor. But I like to have a cute space, right? All right, and then I have some more cabinets. I'll open those shortly, but for children's work. And then I have my mini eraser fetish on top there. And then I have some more cookie sheets. These just came from like Target or some big box store. And they are secured to the doors as well. And they are just for magnetic letters, because this is my classroom library. So directly across from that little safe spot, I have this little corner over here. Those are magnetic letters, but you could put anything on there. You could put magnetic stories, anything you want. And then over here, some of you had noticed this before. If you're a longtime follower, this is a regularly scheduled broadcast every Monday and Wednesday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. If you're a regular viewer of my show, then you know that you've seen this banner before. But for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, the sensory bottles are from Michaels. This is a book banner. So I took the hardcover books, I took the jackets off, and I just cut triangles or pennants out of the covers. I know it's hard to do if you're a book lover like I am, but I was willing to sacrifice for this project. And then I just stuck some twine on the wall and used little mini clothespins to hang the banner up. And I really like this look because I love books. On the wall here, underneath the banner, is my gutter. This is a plastic gutter. Yes, the kind you put on your house. You can get them at your local home improvement store, whatever that is. And Tom has just attached this to the wall with screws, and I use it for display. This is slightly out of the 3-year-old's reach. The 4-year-old's, well, Pete's feet hang down, so they tend to pull him off, but that's okay, I don't mind. But it's purely for display. I don't expect the children to interact with it, but if they do, that's fine. I just got Llama in the other day. Isn't he adorable, or she? I don't really know. And then David. And then, of course, everyone loves Pete. Nicole, the baking sheets are secured to the cabinet doors with industrial Velcro. So if I ever need to do anything else in here, then I can just take the baking sheets off and then use Goo Gone to get the residue off. And these cabinet doors are locked when children are present, so I'll show you what's in those shortly. So down here we have my library center sign, and these center signs are available at Pre-K Pages. And of course, if you are a Teaching Tribe member, you can go grab those in the vault. They live over there. They're editable. So you can write your own words underneath. The words are for the adults. The pictures are for the children. I got the little pocket chart thingy here at Target recently. My Target still had them as of 2 weeks ago. So I don't know if it's really sturdy or not. But some of my viewers told me how they make it sturdier, and I can't remember what tips they had. But yeah. And then down here I have some comfy pillows and another emoji pillow because reading is cool, right? And then here's my book cart. So there's just enough room for like 2 kids here. This is my book cart. I got this book cart on Amazon, and it was really affordable. I was shocked. I used to have one like this in my public school classroom. It wasn't exactly the same, but it was very similar. And I'd say this one was about $70 or $80. I can't remember exactly. But inside the book cart, I have tubs of books. And the labels are also in my store, the printable labels, and I believe they're editable as well. And then I use the little pockets, these little plastic pockets that they're in. Those are from Target Dollar Spot. When they get their back to school stuff out, they usually will have those. So each tub is labeled. So this is nursery rhyme books, and inside the tub are all the nursery rhyme books, and then they're all tagged with a matching sticker, which is in this case the yellow dot. And on my classroom library page, I have all the information about how this works. I got that little caterpillar or bookworm or whatever he is at the dollar store years and years and years and years ago. And he looks like Mr. Wiggles, so he lives here. I also found these little nursery rhyme characters at CVS one year around Easter, and the kids love to hold them and look at them while they read the books. Oh good, Marcia's here. She has the blue cart. It was $79.99. It's easy to put together. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Marcia. I was wondering if you were here. Yeah, so all the books live here, and each of the tubs are labeled, and then all of the books in the tubs are labeled with a matching sticker. So I have all of those there, and I'm just going around and clockwise. And this book wreath is purely decoration. It's right at my eye level, so it's not for the kids to interact with. But I saw it on Pinterest, I tried to make it. I spent like 8 hours trying to make it, and then I gave up and I ordered one from Etsy. But it's Pete the Cat, and I love Pete the Cat, so I had to have it. And then over here is kind of my circle area, but also some centers as well. These are my birthday bags up here. And this is a metal strip we attach to the wall, and then these are metal hooks. You do it however you want. When I was in the public school, I just had a cork strip above my bulletin board, and I just put little push pins up there. It was way out of their reach, so I didn't have to worry. And then I hung the little bags there. And this is a free printable in my store. These are birthday bag labels. You can just search that at Pre-K Pages. And I just cut them out and attach them. And then inside the each bag, there's these little people sticks, and the kids who have a birthday, like in May, there's a little people stick in there with their name and the birth date on it. So every month I just take the bag down and we look and see whose birthdays are coming up. So, yeah. All right. This, the ABC line there is empty right now because it's summer, but this is my mini name wall or word wall. I know, how did we ever do it without Pinterest? That's right, Lee, absolutely. Yeah. So here I have each letter of the alphabet represented by a picture, because at preschool and kinder level, you really need to have that picture cue. And then I can have their little names, and we can put them up under there, as well as perhaps some environmental print. There's not a lot of room on this particular name wall. And then I have my oil drip pan. You can see my reflection in it right now. This oil drip pan, you can find them at the automotive stores, and they're to put underneath a car when you change the car's oil. Not that I've ever done that, but and Tom has attached the oil drip pan to the wall. He's screwed it into the wall. And this is kind of like my circle time area. And so here you can see my daily picture schedule. It's a lot of the things in the classroom right now are not the way they normally are, because I am doing a lot of summer workshops, and so I've taken a lot of things and packed them up and got them ready for my trainings. So right now this picture schedule is not accurate, but you can get the idea. So this is a little pocket chart from the Target Dollar Spot. And then I have my editable picture schedules in my store as well. If you're a member of the Teaching Tribe, grab yours from the vault. The little people sticks for the birthday bags, I got those at the teacher store, but they have them on Amazon too. Where do we find a Tom? And Tom is my husband. And then over here, this is kind of like my circle time board. And so I have my classroom helpers down at the bottom. I have a whole packet of classroom helpers. This is just a few because my class is very small. And I put their little pictures on these library pockets. And I put the pictures of the job on the library pocket, and then the kids' pictures are attached to craft sticks. And then we can put their little stick in the pocket that has their designated job. And in the classroom, in the public school classroom, I put these on a poster board because I had much larger class, obviously, and so I needed a lot of jobs. This is my song stick thing. I got one of these little, it's like a PVC pipe, but it's magnetic. I don't know if you can see it there. And Jody from Growing Book by Book, she did a guest post at Pre-K Pages, and she has these little, I don't think you can see them very well. Let me grab them. These are song sticks, and so it's a free printable, and you can print out, these are like the most popular songs. And I just wrote the name of the song on the stick and then added Jody's printable pictures to the end. And then they sit in that little cup, and the kids can select a song whenever we need a song to sing. Donna, it's really up to you how many classroom jobs you would like to have. A lot of programs advocate one job per child, and then others don't, so it's up to you. Yeah, Dawn, the oil drip pans are at Walmart. Yep. This is our weather chart. It is just a piece of, what do you call that? It's a dry erase magnet thing. And we can just draw the weather on there. And this is a dry erase marker. So each day, a weather helper, whoever has that job, can come up and just draw on this. It's obviously very high tech. I just drew on it, and then they can come and we can graph the weather. And then this is who is here today at school or at home, right? And then the kids can put their name cards up. I also have several question of the day packets. So this is kind of like question of the day. The children it's part of their morning routine. They can answer a question when they come in. And this one is just the basic, who is here today? And then we might work our way up to the more complicated questions. But the question of the day is in my store. Lisa, the oil drip pan is not heavy at all. It is very, very light. Tom can attest to that. It's very light. I can hold it, in like 3 fingers, holding it from the shelf to the checkout aisle. It's very light. It's like aluminum, it's not real heavy metal. Yeah, Marcia, if you have the Xyron machine, you can laminate the pictures with magnets on the back. Absolutely. I love the Xyron. Okay, over there in the corner, tucked away, you can see my little placemats from IKEA for 99 cents. We use those as little sit spots. And then back here are some of my little props I use for our morning routine. And then this is the itty bitty science center that I have. You have to work with the space you've been given, right? So I have a tiny space. So my science center is small, but that's okay. So here on the top shelf, I usually have something they can look at with that hand lens there, something, something from nature, like in October, it's mini pumpkins and then pine cones and different things like that. And I have some things they can see, things they can hear, things they can touch, and things they can smell. And the stuff they can see is mostly these little discovery bottles there. And Tom is dropping links to all of the different centers in my classroom. So if you want to spend a little more time, looking at pictures and seeing exactly what I have, you can go to those links as well. Over here is the Alphabet Center. This is our board. Since it's summer right now, we just have these reserved for little pictures on there. And y'all, I don't believe in doing fancy bulletin boards. I feel like, it's not where my expertise lies. So this is a black sheet from Walmart, a cheap black sheet. And I stretched it really tight and stapled it to the board, and then that stays up all year and year after year after year. And you can change the borders out if you want, but I just like to keep my borders all the same throughout the room. You can see there's another one there. And then these little things here, these are just little circles that I cut with my little circle cutter, and they put their little pictures, and then they're hot glued to a clothespin. And whenever I want to change out their work, I just push the clothespin and I can pop their papers right in. So this is what the board looks like at the beginning of the year. Okay, so books in the ABC Center, another center sign, right? Again, those are editable. You can add your own pictures. And a lot of this stuff here is going to live on my ABC Center page, so you can read more about it and what it is. The song sticks they're on pre-K pages, search song sticks. And then we have alphabet stuff. Now all of this is not on the shelves on the first day of school, just FYI. This is not all on the shelves. We work our way up to these things. If I had to choose a couple of things to have out on the first day, it would be fishing and alphabets, hands down. Sorry about the cords here. I forgot to pick those up. And then this, like I said, some things are missing because I'm doing a lot of training this summer, and so I borrowed a tub from the shelf there, and I'm using it in one of my trainings, so the tub is missing. But if you want to see all the things that I like to use, or that my kids usually are gaga for, then Tom has a link to the ABC Center for you. But yeah, I like the clear tubs. I don't like the primary colored tubs. They're just too overwhelming for me. So I had to save like for 5 years to get all clear tubs in my classroom. Everyone thought I was nuts. Everyone was like, "You're getting rid of your red tubs." I want the red ones. I want the blue ones, the yellow ones, the green ones. And I just do better without that extra in the room. Okay, so there's books in every center, so I have a tub of books. And then this is the writing center. Again, the cords are not usually there. I have this extra computer set up for a project I'm working on, but just ignore those. So this is the writing center, and again, I would not have hardly any of this out on the first day of school, but I just wanted to show you all what it looks like. So this paper sorter, this paper tray came from IKEA. I love it. It's very sturdy. It's easy for the kids to use, easy to put together. So yeah, we keep all different kinds of paper in the writing center. And then I found these smelly markers. I love these. These are Centos, and they had them on sale at Michael's a couple months ago, and I stocked up big time. And then I have these little drawers. So each drawer has whatever it says inside. And I believe these are a freebie in my store. So if you go to Pre-K Pages store and then click on freebies, I believe it's there. I do have writing in all the centers as well. And then I have whiteboards. And those little mini whiteboards, those dry erase boards, those are sitting on file stacking trays from Walmart. So we also have our ABC stamps, our used greeting cards, our hole punches, sandpaper letters, but I also have my rubbing plates in there. And some pasting pieces, but go to the link that Tom has dropped for you to the Writing Center, and you can get a much better close-up view of each thing individually. And of course, there's the center sign again. So each center has a little center sign. Like I like having these because there's a picture of what the clean center looks like, and then there's words for the adults, whether that's an administrator or parents, about what kids are learning there. So, okay, let's hop over to my unthemed dramatic play center. Since it is summer, it does not have a theme right now. It's in its natural state. And this is just a blank bulletin board. And when I change the themes for dramatic play, I'll put something up here. Again, I have some more of those cookie trays attached to the back of the cabinet here. And I've printed, this is from my baby nursery set. I printed the word cards on magnetic strips so the kids could use them there, and I forgot to take those down. And I have some 3M hooks on the wall, and this is where like the dress up clothes and things will go on those hooks. Okay, and I have a little table and chairs from IKEA. All right, very simple. And then I have a whole blog post about this setup here. Because I only have a 13 by 13 foot space, I have to be very conservative with the furniture that I use. And so the teal one right here is one of those 3-drawer Sterilite containers from Walmart. I think it was around $12 or $14. And then I made the little stickers that you can put on there to make stove burners and to make it look like there's pies baking in there. Yeah, and then Tom spray painted this one silver to look like a refrigerator. And then there's a little sticker. So I printed these things on sticker paper. The little refrigerator thing and the little pie and the little stove burners. I printed those out on sticker paper and I attached them to the front. So now I have a refrigerator and a stove. So that little ice machine thingy is from Melissa and Doug. It was a total impulse buy. It kind of takes up too much space, but I think the kids love it. The sticker labels, Helen, are also in my store. So go to Pre-K Pages and then select store at the top. And then you can look under Dramatic Play in the store for the stickers. It doesn't come with the sticker paper. They're printables. You have to buy the sticker paper and then print the PDF on the sticker paper. And then this is my 3-drawer art rack. They have these a lot of times at IKEA, and I know Michael's had them recently, and Target carried them a couple years ago, or maybe last year. And because I didn't have room, I believe the babies deserve a space in the Dramatic Play Center, otherwise they end up in the oven or the freezer. So I turned it into a bunk bed for the baby dolls. And so the baby dolls now have they fit perfectly in there. And then the top shelf is used for books. And my center sign for the center is missing because I am doing a lot of dramatic play training this year. So I cleaned out a lot of the dramatic play stuff to take with me in my travels. So this one does have a center sign as well. It's just not on the wall. You can actually see where it was there. But yeah, so you don't have to have a huge space to have a dramatic play center. So remember, my classroom is 13 by 13, and I have a refrigerator, a stove and an oven, a doll bed, and a place for books, and then there's clipboards for writing and a little phone. So yeah, there's plenty of room, and I've had as many as 4 kids play in here. Again, remember my room is 13 by 13, and it's just fine. Okay, what else? I think I missed something. Hold on. Let me just do a quick pan. Oh, this is my sensory table, but it's also our table. So I got this from IKEA as well, and I have a whole blog post about it. If you go to Pre-K Pages and search sensory, you will find that blog post. But the lids come off. I don't know what I'm going to find when I open this. I have not cleaned it in forever. Oh yeah, a lot of stuff. But this is, underneath all that I see kinetic sand. But there's tubs that are in there. And so this works as a table when it's not being used for sensory. And there's 2 sides to it. So you can technically have 2 different sides for your sensory table. But I use it as a table. And I got it from IKEA. And underneath, I don't know if you can see, but I keep my light table under there. It fits perfectly. And I have a whole post about how I made the light table for less than $20. I think I know what I forgot. Okay, here we go. I forgot to clean this center up, so excuse the mess here. Books, of course, and this is the block center. And the sign for this one is missing because I'm taking it with me as I travel. Vehicles, if you have them, of course, blocks in the block center. I have colored blocks. I know many programs don't allow you to have the foam blocks. They require the wood. But in my situation, I find they're safer. And when I had classrooms of 22 or more, it was safer to have the soft blocks when I was by myself with that number of children. This is a hot mess over here, but I'll try. So there's little people in this one. Little people in cars, it looks like. This one is Lego, or Duplo, if you will. And this one is supposed to be, let's see what we've got here. Oh, Magnetiles, pattern blocks. That's not usually what's in there, but here's some natural wooden blocks. I told you I forgot to clean this one up. Oh, and here's my wood discs. Here's my rocks. Here's my sticks and my leaves. Yeah, I had this center dismantled because I was getting ready for a workshop. So yeah, it's a hot mess right now. But yeah, and so I usually have another vehicle in here. It used to be the math center, so the balance scale, this balance scale sign is still there. Oh, and so these labels, I keep talking and I forget to mention it, the labels live in our Facebook group. So if you're not already a member of the Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes Facebook group, then go over there and join, first of all. And we have to approve our members. So if you're just joining us just now and you click on that link, you have to wait until we can approve you. The wood discs came from Amazon. Yes, absolutely, Elise. But once you're approved and you get in the group, then look on the left side for units and then member freebies. And in there will be all of the labels.
Where did you get the wooden discs?
I got the wooden discs on Amazon. Yeah. So these right here, these came from Amazon. And just FYI, now on my block center, I'm sure Tom has, yeah, there's the link. I see it right there, the block center link. If you go to that page, I think I should have the source listed for those. Hobby Lobby, says Kelly, you can get those discs too. Just FYI though, if you have any kids with severe allergies, my discs did trigger my allergies. That's why they're zipped up in a bag right now. They came with sap on them and I broke out in hives. It was terrible. So just be careful if you have any little ones that have severe allergies like that. Marcia says Magnetiles are her favorite and her kids as well. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Magnetiles, those are there too. I usually use those on the light table and that's why they're over here right now. I guess we dragged them over here. So it's usually a little neater than this. But the labels are waiting for you over in the Facebook group and they're editable. There's two versions, PDF and PowerPoint. So you can go and grab your labels if you would like to use them. No one is telling you have to. So if you have a better source or you prefer to make your own, then you do that. Yeah. So, all right. Okay, and my math stuff, I get out whenever I need it because I don't have room for every single thing, but these are the things that I keep out on a regular basis. And I told you I would show you kind of my remade storage closet, and I'm gonna have to stand here and hold this door open because for some reason it likes to slam closed. So I had tubs in here before. You can go back and watch the old one and do a before and after comparison if you're really into it. But these labels here, the nice ones on the ends of the tub, are also available in my store. If you're a member of the tribe, they're already there, go grab them. And I like to have everything clearly labeled because I like to save time, right? So on the ends of each tub here, there's this little plastic pocket, and I got those at the Target Dollar Spot. And I just printed out the labels I made and stuck them on the ends. And now I know where everything is, and so does anybody who comes to my classroom to help out. So I like to keep my bulletin board borders in frosting containers. That's just me. Not everyone likes that. I just like it because I don't have a lot of space to store stuff. And then I keep yarn in these Clorox wipe containers, and you can just pull the yarn out of the top. And then my book bins are also new. Last year, or 2 years ago, I got book bins. They had them at Walmart, like in packs of 6 or whatever, for very little. But they came in rainbow colors. And I'm not a rainbow color girl. I like my teal. And it drove me nuts that I didn't have an even number of each color. So I had, like yellow and red on the same shelf, and people were like, is that a color coding system? I'm like, no, it's what Walmart had. You can see that I still have 2 of those down there. And then these labels on the end, they are also in my store. And if you're a member of the Teaching Tribe, you can just go grab them now. But on the end of each tub, these are the books I read aloud. So you already saw my classroom library. These are the books I read aloud to the kids. They're separate from the books that I have out for the kids. And they're all on these different topics like ocean and pets and spring. And I have some mentor texts and some other types of boxes, like my favorite rhyming books, but mostly they're thematic, and I have fairy tales and nursery rhymes and dinosaurs and holidays and anything that doesn't fit in a box I have at the end. So you can see how I have some shoved on the end. Those are the ones that don't fit in the boxes. But yeah, and I got these little teal containers. I believe I got those on Amazon. Yeah. Because I always wanted them to be the same color, but Walmart at the time didn't sell them all in one color. They sold them in rainbow packs. So finally I found a source for a single color that was very inexpensive. I can't remember exactly how much they were, but I remember being pleased. Hi, Janelle from Punxsutawney. Doreen says she's very excited about the labels. She appreciates the actual pictures. Yes, the center labels that you have in the free ones that are in the Facebook group are actual pictures. Here we go. Here's this one. I didn't do a whole lot to this closet. Mostly I did some labeling in here. But I also redid some of the bins. I really wanted all of those same bins in case anyone wants a source for the bins. I did source them in a couple of places, but I found they were actually most affordable at the Container Store, which is surprising. So that's where I got them. So here we have some science materials, more science. This is all kind of the Play-Doh stuff here. All kinds of Play-Doh stuff. And then some more arts and crafts. Look at all that contact paper I have. Who needs that much contact paper, right? Like who? I don't know. Apparently I do. Drawers with different paper that I need for arts and crafts. What else? And then down here, like these 4 bins are like all of my slime and sensory bottle making supplies. And I just feel like it's silly to have that much, so I didn't label them because I'm like, eventually I'll use them up, but I just seem to keep buying more and more. But those are all sensory bottle and slime supplies. And then the bottom is kind of just a hodgepodge of, these are all books I couldn't fit in the bookcase or the book read aloud section. And then I have big books down there. And then fine motor and sensory, magnetic letters, some bulletin board stuff. Nothing super exciting. Yeah, Sarah, you can watch the replay and catch that. That was the first thing I did because I did like a clockwise tour of my room. Oh, look at all my chip and dip trays. My orange ones, for some reason, didn't fit in there, but all the others are there. Yeah. I love to be organized, Lynn. I just love it. It makes my heart happy. Oh, I found these little containers. I found these at Dayso, and the one thing about Dayso is that they love their organizing things there, and so you can find a lot of really great organization tools. And this is something you're supposed to hang on a bar in your pantry or something, but we just attached these with 3M hooks to the doors, and I have glitter in there because I have a lot of glitter. And then I always seem to need a Ziploc bag, like always. I always need a Ziploc bag, and so these are quick access Ziploc bags for me. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to pack all this up every year, that's for sure, Donna. It's a lot of work. How would you start organizing your room for someone who isn't very organized? Oh, Sarah, you've come to the right place. So last summer we did an organization challenge, and that organization challenge still lives in the Facebook group. So if you go to the Facebook group, Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes, if you're not already a member, join. And then in the units section, we have the organization challenge. It's still there. I put it into a learning unit for you, so you can get all those emails and all the printable goodies that I made for you, and it kind of walks you through the steps of getting organized. Yes, Mercedes, labeling everything helps you find what you need more quickly, so you don't waste time, right? So over here in the large group area, I do have the ABC Science and Math Center right here, but I can cover those up with sheets when the kids are here if I need to. In this empty space here, I often have the pocket chart over here, or I can put a calendar here, and I also do I shrunk my linear calendar and I put it underneath. I've taken it down for the summer, but that can go underneath there. And so I sit on the floor, and then I have this little carpet here. Marshall says it doesn't hurt to have 1, 2, or 3 contact paper. Yes, we all need it and like it. That's right. Chip and dip containers. Yes, absolutely. Jennifer says she went to Dayso in Fort Worth for the first time. She might have to go back tomorrow or when she comes for Splash. Absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome. Okay, guys. So I feel like I gave you a pretty good tour. My math stuff is not out here. The carpet came from IKEA, but I believe it's on Melissa and Doug. It was on lightning deal like 4 months ago. I can't remember when, but it was a lightning deal for $19. I was like, mine. So yeah, that's a tour of my room. If you're just tuning in now, that's okay. You can go back and you can watch this from the beginning as soon as I am done talking tonight. So I hope we didn't have shaky cam, but it likes these vertical videos now, Facebook does, so I couldn't use my little tool that I had. So one last pan of the room. The TV isn't for the kids, it's for me. It's actually a social media thing. Thank you, Roberta. Okay, yeah, I have some more of these, what do you call those, gutters up there. Tom put those for me. Tom bought me that clock. I love having it right over the door. Yeah. Okay, guys, so I hope that you can use the labels from the Facebook group. So go over, if you're not already a member, and join the Facebook group and grab your free labels. And there's an editable version in PowerPoint, and there's a PDF version if you don't have PowerPoint. So yeah, go do that now. Go grab those. And I will see you again next Monday. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great night. I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages, signing off until next time. Bye, guys.